I just had to turn the camera on. Sitting up here trying to get myself together so that I look okay on the camera. And I'm just like, I've been doing this for like 30 minutes, y'all. This is what I know. It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, it matters, but it don't matter like that. Like, how y'all gonna get the message from me if I'm more concerned about how this stupid bun is looking than actually getting the message to you? When you gonna get the message if I'm tripping on this bun in my head, sitting right or being right, my curls popping out right, like my lighting ain't right, I just feel like, okay, turn the damn camera on, Sherry. Okay, turn the camera on. This is what I know. What I know is some stuff we put too much emphasis on. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. This is what I do know matters. So today, so every day that I get up, this is what I know. Every day that I get up, I read my word. I read the scripture. The Bible app. Y'all know about the Bible app? Get the Bible app if you ain't got it, because if you want to like get some knowledge, or some understanding, some wisdom, or whatever, some guidance in your life, then get the Bible app. Check this out, y'all. The scripture for today. Why my phone acting crazy? Listen, that little enemy that's trying to keep me stuck is busy today. Nope, it ain't gonna happen. So today's verse says, Proverbs 4:23, and I am reading out of the New International Version, NIV. I am not the preacher, Chad. I will madeir a scripture in a second, okay? Above all else, and I'm about to do that for you so you can understand it. Above all else, Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This right here is so true. So, guard your heart, because everything you do flows from it. Do you know the importance, like in my previous video or videos, I don't know. I've only got a few out there for this channel. But I was talking about how you can't just tell any and everybody about your dreams or your aspirations or something you want to do that's outside of the box. Because listen, here in this community, on this channel, I promote getting outside of this box. Get out of it. So anyway, back to the message. I was talking about how you can't tell just any and everybody about your dreams, your aspirations, or, something you envision yourself doing when it's outside of the box. In essence, it's like God always confirms that what I've given you is on point. So this verse today, when I'm telling you, you got to protect your dream, your vision, your whatever it is that you want to do that's outside of that box that may get you some pushback from people or negative feedback from people, and it's doing something different. The reason I say that is part of guarding your heart, because this is something that God put in your heart. This is something that God put in your spirit to do, or, He gave you a vision about it or whatnot. And so if you go and tell any and everybody about that, especially people that do not truly want to see you win, or people that can't see what you see, that don't support your vision, that are stuck in life and have no intentions on getting unstuck, the reason you can't tell them that is because that's what's in your heart. Part of guarding your heart is not telling your business, not telling what you're trying to do, what you plan on doing, what you see in your mind, the vision God has given you. part of guarding your heart is not going to tell everybody, because what will happen, the reason you got to guard your heart, because everything flows out of it. If you have that vision, you have that dream, you have that thing you want to do, and you go telling somebody that's what's in your heart, and they come back with some negative feedback, it could literally like change your mind. It can make you doubt, it can have you having self-doubt, changing your mind, like, well, maybe it ain't such a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that is now interfering with the flow of what is to come out of your heart. It is so important to protect your heart from negative influences, negative vibes, negative people, you know, and things get to your heart in different ways, and by what you're watching, by what you're listening to, by people, the people you're around, what people are saying to you, all that stuff matters. So, if some negative whatever gets in there and it starts contaminating the vision or your dream or whatever, it starts, they can plant seeds of doubt. If that interferes with your vision, now it's also interfering what was in your heart. That's why, we make these scriptures so hard. Or, I was listening to this guy. I'm a YouTuber, so I listen to YouTube, but I was listening to this guy called Neuro Knowledge. Some of y'all may know about him, some of y'all may not. But I listen to him because I'm real big on, how the subconscious mind works, how you can, create your own reality and how you do it. And, how we've been, we've taken the bits and pieces of what we know, but we're not using it all in making it make sense of how to create your reality the way you want it to be. He was talking about how when you are reading the Bible, you are actually reading or comprehending your level of God dang it, I'm so sorry, y'all. He was saying you are comprehending your level of consciousness. That's what he was saying. Your level of consciousness, how aware you are, right? And I was like, dang, I got that. So now, since I've been really, really working on understanding, because, man, I've been reading my word for years and years and years, but now I interpret it different. It's like God is speaking to me in plain, in my language where I can understand. And it's all because I'm aware and I'm waking up and I'm understanding what I want to do. And I'm doing what he's telling me to do, which is to pass along my wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to tell y'all what I know. So I'm saying all that to say, sometimes when we read the Bible, and this is on my business phone, but sometimes when we read the Bible, we make it harder than it is. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And if you really just listen to those words, read those words and break it down like I just did, and do that with different scriptures in the Bible, you'll understand, like, why do I need to, ask some questions. Why do I need to guard my heart? Like, what happens if, what does it mean to guard my heart? Why am I having to guard my heart? What's in my heart? That's how it comes to me. It's like, that's how the understanding comes to me. And that's what I'm supposed to share with y'all. So, guarding your heart is important. It's critical, actually. It's beyond important. It's critical that you guard your heart, because not only are your dreams and aspirations in there, it's who you really are. Like, if you have something in your heart that needs to be protected, meaning your emotional well-being, you see what I'm saying? You can't let just anybody into your heart. It's a reason that the word tells us to guard our heart. If you let some, person in your life that doesn't have good intentions for your life, they're going to break your heart in a relationship, or they're going to disappoint you. Now, people are going to disappoint you anyway, but you have to be aligned up with the right people. You have to be aligned up in the right environment. If you're not in the right environment, you have to change it. Me personally, right now, I know I'm not completely in the right environment, so I'm working on changing it. And if you can't immediately change it, then change something. Change something. Create something in your environment that makes it feel different. You know what I'm saying? Guard your heart. It is so important. It's so crucial. Guard your heart, and that may mean moving differently. It may mean speaking differently or not speaking at all when it comes to certain things. It may mean, you know, it's a scripture in the Bible that says, let me find it, y'all. I just had it the other day. Take every thought captive. This is in 2 Corinthians verse 10. It says, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. So even guarding your thoughts means paying attention to what you're thinking. And if it's not a thought that aligns up with who God created you to be, who God, the vision that God has given you, if it doesn't align up with that in some way and propel you forward, then you need to, when it says take a thought captive, it means to, it's, you know, what does it mean to take something captive? You take it, you stronghold it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nope, you're not going to live up here. You're not going to live in my mind. That thought is trash. You got to guard your heart, you know? And that even means guarding the thoughts that come in your mind, because, you know, those things can get into your heart and affect your world. You know, it can really affect your world in a bad way when it's not something that is for you, period. So, you know, I was so concerned about how I'm looking on this doggone video when all I talk about is not caring what people think. So that's why y'all had, I kid you not, I heard the voice of God, like, turn the camera on. I was like, but my hair ain't done. Turn the camera, push play, push record. So I turned the video on, and that's why y'all caught me in the middle of that, because everything that God puts you through, allows you to go through, it is for your good. You know, sometimes we get in our own way. I was getting in my own way, being concerned about something that doesn't even matter. What's important is not how I'm looking. What's important is that I get this message to you about guarding your heart. That was the message I'm supposed to give you today. So in guarding your heart, pay attention to things that you're giving your attention to. Use me as an example. I was just wasting time fooling around with my hair. Fooling around with my hair when I needed to get this message to you. Pay attention to what's grabbing your attention, because what's grabbing your attention is what can ultimately affect your heart space. You know what I'm saying? So that's the message for today. Love y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.